Hey everybody, it's Strike. Today I just want to do a real quick video. K Tantum, sorry if I mispronounced your name, but he asked in my last video in the comments if I could do a video on electric melee changes, give my thoughts and feedback. I can do that real quick since I do have Power Tower, which is all electric brute. He's totally maxed out level 50. As far as changes, let's see. I have, if I can get the right one here. There we go. My old numbers, stats for what I had before the changes, and I can go over some of what they are now. And I also have the actual changes here listed in the patch notes. So we'll just get started on that real quick. For electric melee, Jacob's ladder recharge was increased from 8 seconds to 9 seconds. Endurance cost increased from 8.528 to 9.36. Damage scale increased from scale 1.5 to 1.5233. Chain induction, it powers now a true chain. Attack type changed from melee attack to AoE attack. No longer accepts melee enhancement sets, which it still, if you had them slotted before the patch, it still allows them, but it won't allow them if you create a new character after this patch. Because I still had Mako's Bite in mind. Now accepts melee AoE, and Stalker's stealth crit can only trigger on the main target and remains at 100% chance. Lightning Clap power is now a foe targeted attack. Power now inflicts scale 2.76 energy damage against its main target only. Power can now only proc on the primary target only. Recharge lowered from 30 seconds to 15 seconds. Accuracy increased from 0.8 to 0.1 or 1.0, sorry. Power now accepts damage enhancements, which was a big change right there. And chance to stun and knockback lowered from 100% to 80%. Lightning Rod, the center of this power has now been expanded to 5 feet, but can only hit a maximum of one target. Scrappers and Stalkers can now crit for scale 3.2015 if they hit with the centermost portion of the power. It is now a true pseudo pet on all archetypes. And I want to say I've not really played with it that much, but I want to say Lightning Rod will not take you out of your hide stance. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. As far as what I saw, I've got my old stats here for chain induction and power. I didn't have to, but I did because it actually made a big difference. I changed chain induction, like I said, was Mako's Bite. I changed it to obliteration, which damage increase was the same. It's 3% for both, I believe, but it increased my accuracy and recharge time, as well as melee defense, lethal and smashing defense, and gave me a little bit more lethal and smashing resistance as well, as opposed to toxic and psi, I believe. Yeah, toxic and psi resistance on Mako's Bite. And Lightning Clap, I did have sudden acceleration, knockback to knockdown, and chance for psionic, and I actually got to slot them with 2 overwhelming force. I put damage, chance for knockdown, knockback to knockdown, and a accuracy, damage, endurance, which did increase some of the actual stats for it. Let's see if we can go over this real quick, give you exact numbers. Bring this back up. Chain induction. Average damage was 106.59, is now 108.07. Damage per activation cycle, 106.59 up to 108.7. Damage per cast cycle was 11.3. It's now 12.91. Activation time is the same, 1 second. Recharge time went down to 7.37 seconds from 8.42. Endurance cost was 4.85. It is now 6.23. Accuracy stayed the same as 1.66 times. Let's see. Energy damage on target went from 106.59 to 108.07. That's from 47.96 fire damage on target to 48.63 fire damage on target, only using the fiery embrace. 10% endurance, 10% endurance on target, only using minus 10% endurance on target, only using fiery embrace, and minus 100% recovery rate for 4 seconds on target, only using fiery embrace. Both stayed the same. And as far as lightning clap, average damage was 115.12, and now that I can actually put damage enhancements in it, went up to 170. Damage per activation time was 93.59. It went up to 138.21. Damage per cast cycle was 7.09. It's up to 10.47. Activation time stayed at 1.23. Endurance cost stayed the same at 15. Endurance cost 8.64, down from 9.90. Accuracy went up 1.21 times from 1. The range stayed the same at 7 foot. At a 15-foot radius, 10 max targets. That's all the same. 170 energy damage from target, up from 115.12. Main target only. 76.50 fire damage, up from 51.80 fire damage, only using fiery embrace on the main target only. Still an 80% chance for 2.0 magnitude, stun for 9.54 seconds on target, and a 50% chance for 1.0 magnitude stun for 9.54 seconds on target, and an 80% chance for a 0.50 magnitude knock on target, only using fire embrace. Those all stayed the same. As far as my thoughts on it, I didn't really see that big of a difference. I've always really enjoyed electric melee, electric armor. Like I said, Power Tower is my absolute favorite brute to play. With the brute increase, he did go up as far as your hit points and everything. I'm not sure. I believe this is maxed out at 1999.90. What I have, and don't really think they changed any of these other stats. As far as damage resistance, I didn't really see a change in these for me. He's always been pretty much maxed out. It's 90 for smashing, lethal, fire, cold, and energy. Negative is 70. Psionic is 74.12. Toxic 52.21. Defense range is 22.48. Melee's 48.75. AoE's 25.61. Smashing is 38.10. Lethal is 38.1. Fire's 26.54. Cold, same, 26.54. Energies 21.23, and same for negative. And psionic defense is 23.11, and toxic is 21.11. Don't really need to go over. I don't think anything really changed from my previous video for him. I believe everything stayed the same except for, like I said, chain induction changed from Mako's Bite to obliteration, and lightning clap changed from sudden acceleration and perfect zinger to overwhelming force. As far as anything else, I didn't really notice a difference. It wasn't like a big change, set breaking or anything like that. He's always been, like I said, probably my toughest and most fun brute to play. But I didn't see anything that was a major inconvenience for it. Hope that answers any questions you have. If you have anything else that you needed to know, I can give detailed info in the comments. Just go ahead and ask. And as always, if you like to see more content like this, make sure you like and subscribe. Still trying to reach 500 subscribers. So I will talk to you in the next one. I do have, I think, 3 more videos lined up I'm working on right now. A couple of brutes and a defender, I believe. So make sure you subscribe and hit that like button, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.